Hey guys, Rexlent here. Welcome to another video, this time for Girls Frontline 2, Exilium. If you guys watched the stream recap from my previous video here, you should know that now Springfield and Peri are both in the game. They are live as we speak, with Springfield being the top tier Hydro support and Peri being the Burn Bulwark. So definitely don't miss this. Both of them and their signature weapons are also on the banner. So I'll just do a quick rundown for Mimis Burner's Loop, the event right now. As the devs have mentioned, the first part of the event will open on July 3rd and the second half will be open on July the 8th, 5 days after. So there's not a lot of waiting involved. This is a major event, hence the two parts. I'll go through the modes later on. First things first, for the Gacha Banners, we have Springfield and Peri raid up. And also, interestingly, we also have these two banners over here, custom procurement dolls. For this banner, you get to select one of the 4 dolls on raid up right now. And the first guarantee, aka the pity, will guarantee the selected doll. So my top choices here are either Suomi or Macchiato if you've missed them before. Otherwise, Ulrid or Diane if you want to collect them. The same goes for their signature weapons over here. At the same time, Meshti is also getting a rerun for people who don't have Klukai, so if you want to get her, V0 is good enough. There's also a new standard elite doll added to this version, Faye. There's a limited mission campaign ongoing to get free Faye, so definitely don't miss this. You only need to get 800 points to get her. So just do all these tasks. Pretty much when you do daily, you'll fulfill them anyway. Faye will also be included in the standard banner right here. So if you want to get more Faye, you can also set her as raid up alongside her signature weapon over here. Alright, now we're close to Pity. Let's see if I can get her from the raid up. Not this one. The next one, 17. This one will definitely be yellow. There we go. Let's see. I can recognize Springfield right away from her voice when they show the black screen. No, it's Cheongju! 1 second in, I know it. So I hope you guys don't end up just like me, missing the raid up. I hope all of you can get your Springfield. Get her, take her home. So good. Oh, that ping. There it is. Now we get Peri. I need to get one of each so that I can showcase for my video. In Gacha for educational purpose. Okay. 20 more rolls to go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yellow. There we go. Easy. Easy raid up. Alright. Now we can move on to the guides. Skip this. Now if you have to decide one of the two, especially if you're F2P, between Springfield and Peri, then I would highly recommend getting Springfield. Springfield is really top tier Hydro support for the Hydro team, especially when you pair her with Tololo. So yeah, just like what I mentioned before, if you have to pick between the two, I would choose Springfield over Peri if you're short on gacha rolls. You don't really have to worry about missing banners in this game because they rerun banners so often. There's not much FOMO in this game, which is a good thing. The same goes for Faye. Since she's a standard character, you can just get the free copy from the event. And if you already maxed every doll out on the standard character, then you can probably set her to the raid up in the standard banner if you haven't worked towards, say, like V6 Tololo or V6 Cheongju. So there's no rush for Faye. Standard character, you might even get off-rated by her. Alright, so let's talk about the skins we have in this patch. If you check over here, New Wish Celebration, this shows you all the rewards that we have. Take note, we're gonna get a total of 40 gacha rolls in this patch alone. 30 limited, 10 standard. Something to note. And if you see over here, limited time offer, Couturier surprise voucher. So you're gonna get discount vouchers in your mail to buy the skins. And speaking of the skins we have here, all the skins are on rerun right now. So this is the best time to get them. And the one I want to point out right now is Springfield skin. This one is currently on discount, limited discount. Faye skin is also on discount in this patch. So let me show you a Springfield skin. It's really unique, comes with a background. So if I change it over here, it's 3D. Interactable. Look at this. And then you tap and you'll dance with her. So good, right? So far, this is the only skin that has this much budget. So definitely don't miss this. She also has a weapon skin to match this outfit. Over here, skin Midnight Waltz. It's on discount. And also another fun weapon skin, Dawn Sentry. It's also on discount. Let me show it to you. There we go. The whole set. Look at the fabric. Look at this. Head pad. Head pads from Springfield. And then the texture. Everything. Even the weapon skin. It all comes together. And most of all, her dorm interactions. Like so. There. The one down here waiting, that's the special one. We'll save that for last. Springfield examining. Observing. You know, they totally know what they're doing when they made her pick up the coffee bean like this. And then reading. I like reading. Look at the way she smiles at you. Look at the way she smiles at the camera. Oh, so good. And last but not least, waiting. This one only comes with the skin. You have to get the skin to see this one. It's peak. Lap pillow. Oh. Let me turn up the volume. There we go. So good, right? There's also this skin if you want to get it. It's on discount at the moment. Funny skin. Goofy skin. Alright, let's take a look at Peri's. Alright, let's take a look at Peri's skin. Very, very cute. For those of you who are familiar, she's from GFL1. Now she's in GFL2. Cute beret. Look at the texture of the beret, man. It's so high quality. I think that's the one thing really great about this game is they went all in on the fabric. Much research has been done. Now let's take a look at her dorm animations. So despite her having pistols, Peri is SMG. There you go. Yeah, this one's fun. Examining. Wonder what she's doing. Look familiar? For those who know, they will know. So yeah, since all the skins are on rerun, don't miss out on them, especially for the ones that has a dorm outfit like this. And this. Macchiato. One of the best ones. So cute. She has so many references to Kung Fu Hustle, just like so. She has the X dance. Just tap her leg over here. Has a scope on her axe as well. Not to mention, her skin is also on discount, so if you want to get it, it's pretty nice as well. Perfect. Yeah, look at this. It's straight up Kung Fu Hustle reference with Jiang Yu, Da Yan, Zhao Hui. So let me go through the quick tutorial on how to play Springfield. This Springfield here is, I think it's V2 or V3 at least, so I'll explain the differences for you and how she works in the Hydro team. So we'll just skip all this text and I'll tell it to you straight on how she's played. First things first, her ultimate. Her ultimate is a selectable target AoE. So I can click like this and every enemy is gonna get hit in a circle. And what happens after the ultimate is that she's gonna summon a drone on the enemy I selected. Not only that, all allies will get healed and debuffs removed and get extra double HP on top of it. And also an interesting buff over here that it's called Overflowing Care. Any surplus healing that's past their full HP is converted to bonus hydro damage. So you can see how crazy Springfield is gonna be for the hydro team. She's basically must get. She's irreplaceable. Like so, ultimate. Now watch. So take note of a few things here. Now her drone is on the enemy I targeted over here. And then how my team has 200% HP now. Look at this. They're so fat. They basically can't die with Springfield here. Every time she does her ultimate, everyone gets healed and gets extra HP. And also they get the Buried Friendship buff. And also the buff that you saw earlier, Overflowing Care. Any extra healing is converted to bonus hydro damage. That sums up her ultimate. Pretty simple. So for Springfield's passive, all you need to know is that the drone's attack and healing are scaled from Springfield's HP. So you will want to build HP attachments for Springfield. And whenever Springfield gets full Confectance, she gets an extra turn, similar to Tololo in a way. For her first skill, straight up single target damage, it's gonna apply Congestion where it blocks healing. This can be really useful for gimmick fights. And False Intelligence, where they will take extra stability damage. And if their stability broken, they also take extra hydro damage. So, single target attack for the first skill, like so. For her second skill, it's really interesting. It provides healing and also recovers 3 points of stability and applies Overflowing Care. But what's interesting here is that this is V1 Springfield. So they're gonna tell you why V1 Springfield is really good, which is this extra 6 stacks of shared telepathy. So if you read here, 6 stacks of shared telepathy. When active attacks deal hydro damage, gain 1 point of Confectance Index. You know what this means for someone like Tololo, right? Like if I apply this to Tololo, who is very Confectance Index hungry, will benefit greatly from this because every time she deals hydro damage, she's gonna get 1 extra index. Like so. And then if I did this again, you see how Tololo has 4 points now? This is gonna allow Tololo to have 3 turns in a row with her new expansion key, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, now you've seen Springfield's gimmick. Really insane. She applies AoE, healing to everyone, remove debuffs on everyone, and apply double HP to everyone. And extra HP gives more healing, more damage, more hydro damage for her ultimate. And another huge thing about her key, this one, Behind the Smile, before making an active attack, apply Hydro Weakness for 1 turn. So it doesn't matter if the enemy isn't weak to Hydro or not, just equip this key, use any active skill attack, and they're gonna be weak to Hydro for 1 turn, and it benefits everyone. But yeah, that's about it for Springfield's rundown. Let's talk about the finer details. So now that you've seen how Springfield sort of works, let me talk about Tololo's new extra key over here. This one, using an active skill, Tololo gains 2 points of Confectance Index. This will fulfill her missing Confectance Index. As you saw earlier, she got 4 out of 6. This is gonna put her all the way to 6 out of 6. And if any allied unit apart from Tololo deals hydro damage, the cooldown of her first skill is reduced by 1 turn. So this is very crazy. Definitely get this key. Don't forget about this key. Equip it on Tololo. Now moving on to Springfield and what she has for her keys. What you definitely want to have at all times is Behind the Smile, the one that you saw. Before making an active attack, apply Hydro Weakness for 1 turn. This is a must-have at all times for your Hydro team. So they will always be weak to Hydro and it will trigger all the buffs and debuffs related to it. And for the second key you want is Intel Acquisition. This is very important for things like Gunsmoke especially, or Crossover. You know how important this is when you've done enough Gunsmoke. And for the third key, this is flexible. You can put whatever you want here depending on your needs. Now for her segments, this is the part where it gets interesting. I highly recommend getting V1 Springfield, the first duplicate here. This is the one that was shown in the trial earlier with her second skill, where the healing is increased And not only that, the damage boost is increased from the surplus healing. And the most important thing of all is that it gives 6 stacks of shared telepathy. This is the one where the target that gets the buff gets 1 extra confectance index every time they deal hydro damage. And they can do it for 6 times. 6 stacks, 6 times. And this will directly synergize with Tololo. And the next stopping point after V1 would be V2. Confectance index gain from her ultimate is increased by 1 point. That's the big thing about this, so that she can get extra turns more often. Followed by her weapon. After V2, you can consider getting her weapon. Hydro damage is increased for the whole team, and her max HP is also increased. And also when she heals a target from her second skill or ultimate, she's gonna apply attack up to everyone. So weapon is also really good and plays a huge part in supporting the whole Hydro team. After that, it's gonna be just tryharding for Gunsmoke. You can go from 3 all the way to 6. So the breakpoint would be 1, 2, and her signature weapon. If you really cannot afford a V1, V0 is fine as well. V0 would just mean that she'll be a normal Hydro healer without what makes her special. V1 is the one that truly makes her really special with the Tololo thing. Tololo will get 3 turns of attacks. Alright, now the skill rundown for Peri. Peri is pretty interesting for a burn bulwark. Based on her attacks, she gets follow-up basic attacks based on the number of personal stacks that she has, called Hot Investment. So TLDR, once she has 6 index, what you're gonna do is you're gonna activate her ultimate. This is a V1 Peri, so I'll explain the differences over here. So you activate her ultimate. She's gonna get a shield, a damage buff, and a crit rate buff all the way to 100% for her basic attack. So notice how after using her shield, I can use basic attack after that. So what's going on here is that all you need to know is that after she uses her shield or any of her skills, she gets this yellow stack over here up to a maximum of 6. And based on the number of stacks here determines the number of extra basic attacks that she can do. Like so. So if she's at V0, every 3 stacks that she has gives her 1 bonus basic attack. If she's at V1, every 2 stacks gives her a bonus basic attack. So since this is V1 Peri, I get to shoot 3 times. Like so. And then she's gonna taunt enemies around her after her action. So while the shield is active and when she also has stacks, she takes reduced damage. And now let's talk about her skills. Her first skill is a single target attack that gives her 2 stacks. Just ignore the tooltip over here, it's a typo. She's gonna get 2 stacks from her first skill and 3 stacks from her second skill. So I'm just gonna show you her first skill. Both are identical, it's just that one is single target, one is AoE, and one also does more stability damage for the single target version. Gonna use skill 1. And skill 1 gives her back 2 stacks. I have 5 stacks now. The only reason why it wasn't 6 again is because every start of a turn, the number of stacks gets half. So you always gotta keep building up her stacks back. Skill 2 is gonna give 3 stacks right away again. So I have 3 stacks right now. It was half from my previous turn. I'm gonna use skill 2, AoE. And see how it's back to 6 now? This means that I get to shoot 3 times again. But since this is the last guy standing, it's over for him. So that's pretty much it for Peri's gameplay. It's really simple. Build stacks and start blasting extra basic attacks. If you're gonna invest in her, I highly recommend getting V1 so that she can spam a lot more from her basic attacks based on the number of stacks from Hot Investment. Right after V1, everything else is increase in damage, straight up increase in damage all the way to V6. So 0 for collection, 1 for making her extremely playable with all the extra attacks. As for her keys, the one that you obviously want is Basis of Trait, 3 points of index at the start of the battle. After that, you want an offensive one. Social Engineering, damage dealt to enemies with burn debuff is increased by 10%. And the rest is situational. You can even put each stack of Hot Investment increases defense by 5%. That will make her almost unkillable. Her signature weapon is just pure damage, it's completely optional. Crit damage is increased from basic attack. It all straight up buffs her basic attack. This will scale really well with V1 where she attacks even more often. And for her attachment stat, definitely go for HP. Her basic attacks are scaled from HP and her skill is scaled from attack, so go for HP, attack, and followed by crit. And that's pretty much it for the two rate-up characters, Peri and Springfield. If you want my advice on pull priority, highly recommend getting Springfield now first. If you have to choose only one, Springfield V0, V1 highly recommended, followed by V2 and weapon, and then the rest, getting more will be for Gunsmoke. And then for Peri, if you can afford it, of course, you can just get one of her for now, just one copy so that she's in the Almo. Alright, one more thing, special mention, but extremely important as well, is Sharkry's expansion key, also released with this patch. Damage dealt by emergencies of support, her support attack is changed to burn damage. This is similar to Cheongju's support attack. So, by changing it to burn damage, she's gonna benefit from all the burn-based buff and debuff, especially from Vector. It's so strong that she's basically on par with Peri, putting her as a mainstay for Fire Team. So don't sleep on this, this is really good. Get this key, level your Sharkry, and you'll thank me later for your burn team. So to wrap things up, don't forget to check this page for the total rewards that you can get from this event. Total of 40 gacha pulls, which is really good for existing and new players. And absolutely don't forget to do your Faye missions. This is limited to get your free Faye. Just play the game as per normal and you should be able to get it. It's on the second last tier for your free copy of Faye. Also claim the skin discount tickets from your mail if you want to get any of the rerun skins. And last but not least, just do the event as per usual and get all your gems from it. Will help with getting your Springfield. And I wish all of you luck in getting your Springfield. Hope you don't miss the 50-50. Since this is a major event, both parts of the story will be fully voiced, so just enjoy the story. You're gonna see Springfield and Peri featured in both chapters as well. Zakero Cat Cafe. This mode is also featured on the stream. This is where you make bubble tea and also attract cats. Collect all the cats, make bubble tea, and also create your reward. Something like this. It's just gonna show you the recipe at the top and just follow suit. Really simple, chill gameplay. And once you progress enough with your cat collection and making all the tea, you can get all these milestone rewards over here. Artifact Recovery is a new roguelike mode featured in the stream as well. This mode is permanent. They're gonna gradually improve the rewards here. So, like every roguelike event, you just select your team, select your starter team, select the build that you want to go, and then you can also recruit your dolls to do all the various combat stages. If you're not satisfied with your team, then of course you can just reset the run and re-roll again. Of course, upgrade all these charts. Assault Simulation is also back, this time featuring characters like Yuki. Same thing, just do all the stages. It's pretty easy. It's just a fun gameplay. Do all of it and get your ticket rewards out of it. The last gameplay we have over here is Path Forger. This mode is simpler than it looks. All you need to do is, once the round ends, just have more money than the opponent. And then you win. It's basically Monopoly. But yeah, that concludes the event rundown guide for Mimis Brune Loop. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope I have given you enough insight on what to do and considerations to take during this patch. Basically, try to get Springfield. She's gonna be so meta in the Hydro team, especially for Tololo and also some like unreleased Hydro characters that Yuzong hinted in the stream. I wonder who, but she will be integral once they release. Trust me on that. But yeah, consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Download link is in the description and pinned comment below. It'll help me greatly if you click on those links as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.